It is a very big mess at the moment here because I'm rearranging all my drawing stuff. And these are the sketchbooks I'm most proud of, and so what we're going to do is just flip through them all, and I'll stop here and there to tell a story about them. I haven't really looked at these for over 2 years, I believe. 1 year, 2 years. Some of them are very old, some of them are very new. So let's see how things how things looked a few years ago. Alright, so we're here at our second sketchbook already, and this first drawing here that I want to talk about is a crazy cowboy riding a horse like a rodeo. I drew this while I was in America for the very first time, and this was in, I believe it was near Yellowstone, or no, right, it was near Bryce Canyon, that was, yeah. And there was this really tourist rodeos kind of show, which was really awesome, and I had a very great time watching it, and it gave me some inspiration for this pretty cool and funny drawing. And here we have the yellow submarine. This was a very cool drawing. At the time I'm still pretty proud of this drawing. I learned about the song from the Beatles, the Yellow Submarine, which is pretty much the only song I know from the Beatles by name, and to the disappointment of one of my Latin teachers, but this was really cool. One of the first vehicles I finished a whole marker drawing in my sketchbook with. So that's just a little thing there based on the song from Yellow Submarine. And here in sketchbook number 5, I was really busy with drawing people sketches, which I learned from or saw from Will Terrell, a very great, most so inspiring artist. And also in this sketchbook you can clearly see that I at the time was in love with someone. The Valentine's Day was around the corner, and I drew some pictures which really, yeah, looked a bit like I was in love. And here, sketchbook number 6 in the series at least, we start with my very first sketchbook ever, which is a very fond and special book for me. As you can see in the first sketch here in the book, I drew some fishermen, which I drew right after I went fishing with my granddad. He passed away last year, so seeing this was very special and dear to me, and it's really cool to be able to have this memory and have something to look back to in something that was in such a great time. One of my very fond memories, and I'm very glad that I still have this. And this amazing piece of art was inspired by the big art challenge. I forgot what the name was, but this was basically a art contest made by Sketchy Trev, another very cool, amazing artist, and he started some contests a year or two back. In 2014 was this, so already 3 years ago, and I won that contest with this drawing. The idea of the contest was that he would give you 3 different words, and with those words you would have to make some kind of drawing artwork thing. I believe the words were tree, fish and princess, and somehow I ended up with this piece of art. Later on, because I won, he also sent me this really cool drawing that he made himself, which is another piece I'm very fond of, because it's another piece of art that really inspires me, and I'm really happy that I won. This was actually one of the few art contests I ever participated in and actually won, which is really cool. Well, I officially counted them, and all these beautiful books are my sketchbooks, and there are 30 of them. 30 different sketchbooks I filled up in 3 years. Whew, well, that's quite a lot. Didn't really realize I had that many. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh boy. Just looked through all those sketchbooks and I never realized how much I've actually drawn so far. It's a lot, and I'm still going, and that is just in 3 years. I started my first sketchbook in 2014, and wow, what was when I looked through the very first sketchbook, I got a little emotional because the very first drawing I ever made in that sketchbook was right after I went fishing with my granddad, and he passed away last year, and it was really, whoa, it was something to see it again. Sketchbook here. particularly this drawing here with the fisherman. This was the first drawing I ever made in the sketchbook, and it was right after I went fishing with him, which is one of my very fond memories I have with him. It's quite hard to realize that. Yeah. Alright, so I'm not gonna get emotional anymore. So yeah, I have so many sketchbooks so far. It's just crazy, and that's just the big ones. I have like that's 1/3 of all the sketchbooks I have. It's crazy. Sorry for that sound, but damn. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked watching me go flipping through some old sketchbooks. I have a lot more, so if you want to see more of my sketchbook later on, because these are just a few, and I have a lot more with more experimental and development of my own drawings, which would be cool to look after in another video. Well, leave any subjects you want me to talk about in the comment section below. Feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I want to thank you guys again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Cheers!